Good morning. Welcome to the Finance and Administration Committee for April 8th, 2025. We will call the meeting to order. Are there any declaration of pecuniary interests?
None going at this time.
Don't believe we have any delegations, so we can circulate the prior meeting's minutes. Are there any questions about those meeting minutes?
None here.
Do we have any ongoing tasks carried forward from previous meetings?
No.
Right. I think we can jump ahead to the Health and Safety Committee. I do not have any questions. Are there any questions?
None here.
Okay, then we can move on to new business, upcoming village events. And then we have the aforementioned age-friendly expo on May 7th. Are there other events?
Do we have to do anything with those bank statements?
There are none for this month.
I have 6 in my agenda.
I think that.
You
might
right,
be the
you?
wrong one.
Oh, yeah. Can you rewind the tape? Okay, Carrie, sorry.
That's okay. I was wondering what that look was for. Do you have any upcoming events that you'd like to speak about?
Just the age friendly that you've already mentioned.
Alrighty then. We can move on to a review of the financial statements for the period ending in March 31st, 2020.
Oh, can we go back to new business?
Sure we can.
I was just, so I'm still, we passed the budget and thank you. It was a lovely process and much appreciate all the hard work Jane put into it. But I'm just, Jim and I discussed this a little bit, is just, we've changed the way we track the casino revenue. And in the past, it was kept fairly separate so that there was always the thought process. So expenses related to casino revenue were sort of over here in a silo. So that if the casino ever closed or whatever, we would be able to easily modify what we're doing, right? And it sadly it happened during COVID where we lost all that revenue. So I just want reassurance that we're set up that way that, Jane, you could easily, if the casino were to go to business, that we could easily adjust our budget as presented to remove that revenue, identify expenses that would be stopped and still remain with a balance. Are you comfortable with that we can do that?
Jim, you mentioned about that one, because currently we're still kind of heavily rely on that, you know, the support, financial support. If something happens, how we can, you know, still have a sustainability financial balance there to support the community, right? So we can all kind of look into it and how see, especially we're going to do the revise the chart accounts, see how we can, you know, clearly separate and to keep track how the money is spent. And then also there is a annual request report, and we have to report how much is spent.
Right.
For eligible and qualified for this work.
So it'd almost be wise when you redo this accounts is to somehow have a code or a note that it's sort of casino driven expense, right? Because one of the things we tried to do, or not we, previous councils tried to do, was ensure that the casino revenue did not support operating expenses and that we weren't paying staff with it, or because, you know, it was more capital driven so that if the casino were to close, we just wouldn't buy a dump truck, right? But if you've got 5 people being paid from the casino revenue, it's a little tougher to change course because now we're talking about people, right? And you don't want to get into layoffs or whatever that, but so that's what we've always done. So
this really good because the report is for cannot be supported to operating expense.
Okay.
So I think currently we will kind of put money from operating is all kind of but
So,
we'll kind of considering the chart of accounts we set up. Well, definitely will have a clear accounts there, and then for council of the public, we can see how much we receive and how much we spend for what.
okay, so we're maintaining that clear differentiation, even though it's because it's, you know, when it's presented differently, like you just to make sure we're there. So thank you, Jane, for clarifying that. That's all I have.
Thank you. Okay, we can move on to a review of the financial statements for the period ending March 31st, 2025. Did you have any questions from us?
I don't think so. How up to, oh, yes, I do. I'll see if I just started talking. No, I do. How up to date are these statements now? So it says ending March 31st. Is this a pretty accurate snapshot?
Well, good question again. So right now, this one, we try stuff right now as much as we can to kind of post the related, that's the expense or revenue incurred in that I can compare it. But a good example here, you can tell for the salary and expense hasn't been posted yet because the close into March 31st. So staff won't have time to kind of reconcile and post it. So the thing is, right now, the accounting affiliate will use a cash basis.
Yeah.
So I'm considering we use a pool basis for something in order to give you a kind of relevant information there. Otherwise, you will see the variance there. So what happened is the variance there because some extent hasn't been posted here. So this is all my project. Later on, we'll have to think about blue water power, that's revenue billings, and for the salary expenses, how we can, post it to the proper account.
So when will we see an updated year-end statement? Because this is year-end for us. No, it's January, sorry. Yeah.
December.
December.
Step.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we do the budget in March. Year-end, so. Okay, so, and I know in the budget, we allowed some money to give consideration to a new software solution. Will that improve the reporting if we move ahead with something like that? Or
Still, basically, you see the balance for each account.
Mhm.
So I think for council, how they want to see the report.
Mhm.
It's not, of course, you want to still have the details, but you want to summarize based on salary expense, that's as example, right? You don't see kind of each, by line, you want to see overall what's the salary and benefits compared to the budget. So that's give a clear picture, what's kind of the variance, favorable, unfavorable, and then, give the, as a council or public request, any kind of concerns and questions. So definitely this reporting module needs to be included in this new accounting
the
software.
new solution? Okay, thank you.
Great question. Okay, if there are no further questions,
Yes, there aren't.
okay. Are we sure?
I don't know.
Then the next meeting date of the Finance and Administration Committee will be held May 13th, 2025 at 2:30 p.m. And we can adjourn.
Thank you.
Thank you.